AITA for calling my wife lazy. I, 36M, am in the army and often go long periods of time without seeing my wife, 35F. I love her and am always excited to see her, although some of her hygiene habits are concerning to me. Whenever I'm home on leave, I'm often surprised by the mess our house is in. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a clean freak and I wouldn't expect a lived-in house to be perfect. I feel like I can separate the standards expected in the army to a normal setting and I don't expect my wife to have the place spotless. But our house verges on what I'd call squalid. I drive home to our front lawn piled with black bags, and there's plates of old food on random shelves and cabinets. Our wall beside the rubbish bin is stained brown where she throws tea bags in it from a distance and they hit the wall first, and the place never smells very good. I've asked before if she could tidy those bits up, not only because of how I feel but dirty surroundings like that really impact mental well-being, and it could degrade her health. Every time I say something she huffs like I'm her dad asking her to tidy her bedroom, and she says she'll do it later. I end up spending most of my leave sorting things out, only to come back to the same mess next time. I wondered if her mental health might be causing her to neglect things, and I spoke to her a bit but she wouldn't really listen. I asked her mum and dad and they made it clear that she's always been untidy, and had to pay damages to previous landlords on old flats. Frankly, she's been that way all through our relationship, but never quite as intensely and seemingly less so when I'm around. It's one thing that we don't have children to think about, but it's not a nice environment for anyone, and I think the final straw was on my last leave when I started finding used sanitary products on the bathroom floor rather than in the bin. I sat my wife down and implored her to tidy the place more often, because it's her home too, she deserves a nice place to live, and besides all that it's a basic responsibility. She started off defensive but quickly became angry and accused me of bossing her around and expecting her to clean a large home all by herself every day when she has work to go to. I told her that I understand a place can get messy and she has a life and career to get on with, but her habits and attitude are lazy. She screamed at me to shut up and went upstairs. We had a strained rest of my leave and I think she was more than happy to see me go. I don't know what to do. I feel the request is reasonable enough, but was I wrong to approach it as I did and call her lazy?